Another week in the NFL. You guys know what that means. Chance to win all the money playing our three favorite games. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Jason Mattis, of course, of Winning Bets. Thanks for joining me for this episode. NFL Week 11, and it's the same three games we've been playing all season long that we've had a lot of fun. Let's kick it off first with that Fox Bet Super 6 app where you can win $100,000, $55,000 over on the Play Barstools app, and then you can win another $2,000 over on the Yahoo Fantasy Slate app. Again, let's go ahead and start with that Fox Bet Super 6 app. That's the big boy. That's one where they give you 6 games. You got to correctly predict all 6 games, give them the winners and the win margins right to win that $100,000. Let's jump on into it. All right, the first game up is Packers versus Vikings. On my daily sports betting show, I gave out a real sports bet on the Packers. I like the Packers, obviously, in this spot. I broke it down there on my daily sports betting show. So the only thing I kind of really wanted to look up was just Packers history recently up against the Vikings. And in the last 5 seasons, the Packers are 4-5-1, and on the road they're 2-3 versus the Vikings. So you can see that this is kind of a coin flip game. Now I do think in this season, the Packers certainly are the better team. You know, they've obviously lost the opening game pretty bad there to the Buccaneers, but that was the first game to kind of find their way into the season. And then they obviously dropped another game when they didn't have Aaron Rodgers and they had Jordan Love, and I think everybody agrees that if Aaron Rodgers plays that game, they're going to go ahead and knock off the Chiefs. But the Vikings, though, they play everybody tough. They don't really have a whole hell of a lot of bad losses on their resume right there. And they've got some good wins. They've also got a nice win last week up against the Chargers. So I think this will be a nice close game as the numbers and as the history kind of spells out. But again, on my daily sports betting show, I already did give out a bet on the Packers. I like the Packers. Go ahead and give me a Packers winning this game by 3 to 4 points, I think is what they'll do. Go in and get a nice road victory by 3 to 4 points. Next one we'll do here is we'll do the Saints versus the Eagles game. I think this one was kind of tough for me to figure out. You know, you got the Saints, played really good up against the Titans. They had some missed extra points. It kind of the kicking game kind of cost them a chance to maybe go ahead and win that game. You knew the Titans, they were flying high. They're still riding that wave given the fact that they won. They were going to come back down to earth just a little bit. I thought the Saints competed really well on the road in Tennessee. Meanwhile, the Eagles, they beat up on the Broncos, and it certainly seems like the Broncos are a fake team. So how really good of a win was that Eagles win up against the Broncos? I'm not quite sure right there. What do the Eagles do best? They run the ball. They have a really good running attack, obviously good running quarterback, obviously good running backs right behind him. So that's their strength, is running the ball. Unfortunately for them, what is the Saints' strength? Well, that's their rush defense. They still rank in the top 5 in rush defense. So I think that'll maybe force Jalen Hurts to be one-dimensional. Not quite sure he's able at this point of his career to kind of carry a team with his arm. I think he still needs to have that mixing ability of keeping the defense off balance. Not sure he's going to be able to have that against a really good rush defense. So I don't trust Jalen Hurts if the task is put on his shoulders to go ahead and give them a victory. So I like the Saints. They competed well. Backup quarterback, don't care. They're doing pretty well. So I'm going to go ahead and take that Saints victory and go again and give me a Saints victory by 5 to 6 points. Next one we got here is the Washington football team going up against the Panthers. The headlines are certainly Newton versus Rivera. He struggled to find something else to talk about in this game other than Cam Newton going up against Ron Rivera. How about Washington beating the Buccaneers last week? What a big win, knocking off the defending Super Bowl champions. That was impressive, given the fact that those teams were coming off byes. It was relatively even. You thought the Bucs were going to do it, but no, Washington with a very, very impressive win. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they destroyed the Cardinals, albeit the Cardinals didn't have Hopkins or Murray, but still that was a super impressive win right there. Cam Newton, I mean, that's obviously what came out of that story, is Cam Newton getting 2 touchdowns, coming in, being effective. Now he's going to be the starter, though. It looks like he's taking first practice reps throughout this week. It looks like he's going to go ahead and be the starter. And that feel-good story can certainly continue. And it can certainly continue this week because it's a home game. It's not another road game to where maybe it'll lose some of its luster, that feel-good story. It's a home game. So you start Cam Newton, the crowd will be super energized to have the old franchise quarterback back in the building. So you kind of got that on the Panthers side. Meanwhile, for Washington, Chase Young, he's getting injured. Looks like he is out for the season. So brutal injury right there for him. That's unfortunate because because that kind of changes how maybe an offense has to go about defending this Washington team. You gotta know where he's at on the field, and obviously that's one less really potent defensive lineman that they'll have coming at you now with based on that injury. So with that all being said, I like the Panthers. I like the Panthers winning this game. Go ahead and give me a 3-4 victory, 3-4 point victory up over Washington. Next one brings us to Cleveland, where we've got the Lions going up against the Browns. Lions, yeah, they're not going to go 0-17. How about that? Will not be the first team to go 0-17 as they got a tie last week. They took advantage of a Steelers team not starting Ben Roethlisberger as he was out due to COVID issues. Sloppy game. Weather was terrible. Turnovers galore. Nobody wanted to win that game in overtime. He's just an absolute mess throughout that entire game. But what the Lions did, I thought what they've been doing through most parts of the season. You've seen it up against teams like the Ravens, up against the Rams earlier on. They compete well. They're not getting victories, but they're staying in ball games and they're competing well. So give them credit. Meanwhile, right there, Browns. Meanwhile, I think they're going to be looking nice, have a nice bounce back. Got their ass kicked by the Patriots. They're coming home now. I think they're the better of the team coming home on the bounce back. I do like the Browns. I think they can pull out this victory up over the Lions. So go ahead and give me a Browns victory, and I think they'll do it by 5 to 6 points. Next one we got to talk about here is the 49ers versus Jaguars. I don't think we need to say a whole hell of a lot about this after Monday night. I mean, what a domination did the 49ers do in putting on the Rams. Just an absolute beatdown. I'd say if that team shows up, they'll beat the Jaguars. But hell, that was such a beatdown over a really good Rams team. We don't need that team. Give me like 3/4, maybe even half of that team shows up. I mean, that's just how impressive that was up against the Rams. So, yeah, this one should absolutely, be a mismatch. Again, can the 49ers play that good on consecutive weeks? Sure they can. If they don't, I still think they'll be okay going up against a Jags team, and obviously led by rookie Trevor Lawrence right there. So, yeah, give me the 49ers. They'll win this game. They'll cover the spread. Give me the 49ers winning this game by 7 to 9 points. The last one brings us here to Cowboys versus Chiefs, where all the points are going to be scored. This one's got the highest over-under on all the NFL games this week, and it's 56.5. So the bookmakers certainly think they'll be scored. So get your popcorn ready. We're got a nice entertaining match right here, and they're both coming off dominating wins. Obviously, the Chiefs beat the Raiders really, really easily right there, and the Cowboys just beat up on the Falcons. Saw the Falcons on Thursday night, so maybe that win's not too impressive, but still, I mean, they absolutely dominated the Falcons, so got to give them credit right there. Are the Chiefs back? That's what we're about to find out. That obviously, they're going to go up against a better offense, than what they face up against the Raiders. Their own defense will be tested. So while we think maybe the Chiefs' offense is back, good performance, up against the Raiders, let's find out how back the Chiefs are by if their defense can have a good performance up against a really good offense that's going to come into town, obviously led by Dak Prescott. So this game will be close. There will be a lot of points. I think you could really go either way in picking a winner here. I don't think you would go wrong if you were to pick the Cowboys, but I will take the Chiefs. Mainly because, I think there's a lot of evenness in this team. So just go ahead and give me the home team at the end of the day. So I'll go ahead and say take the Chiefs, but they'll only win this game by 1 to 2 points. This will be late. It'll be dramatic. Fourth quarter, I think you'll have multiple lead changes. Yeah, this one's going to be fun, folks. Give me the Chiefs victory, though, by 1 to 2 points. All right, so that finishes it on the Fox Bet Super 6 app. Let's jump over down to the Play Barstools app where we can win $55,000. As we know, we got to correctly predict all these games against the spread. And then for Monday Night Football, we got to give them the correct score. So Ravens, Bears, give me those Ravens minus 5.5. Like them on the bounce back. Obviously, disappointing performance up against the Dolphins, but they won't repeat that 2 weeks in a row. And the Bears offense is really, really atrocious. So Ravens minus 5.5 for me. Packers, Vikings, I'll go ahead and take the Packers minus 2.5. I think this one's going to be close, though, folks. I mean, I give you guys those records in the last 5 years. Gave you the Packers record on the road. This one will be close. Go ahead and give me the Packers minus 2.5. Colts, Bills. Bills are going to be all over the Colts. Bills minus 6.5 all day long. Got no problem saying that. Obviously, everybody knows I'm a Bills fan, not a homer pick. I do think the Bills can get it done. Jonathan Taylor will keep the Colts in it, but the Bills, they're going to Carson Wentz, multiple turnovers. Bills minus 6.5 all day for me. Saints, Eagles is next. I'm going to go ahead and take Saints plus 1.5. Obviously, just told you I think they're going to win the game, so I'll gladly take the Saints in the points. So Saints plus 1.5. Washington, Panthers. Give me Panthers minus 2.5. That feel-good story, again, will continue for one more week at home with Cam Newton. So Panthers minus 2.5. Bengals, Raiders. Give me Raiders minus 1.5. And there's one thing if I've ever learned in the multiple decades that I've been watching the NFL is you're never as good as you are, and you're never as bad as you are. The Raiders got beat up by the Chiefs, but you're never as bad as you look. I think the Raiders will have a good performance. I don't know if they'll ultimately win the game. Maybe they'll win the game, but I do like them catching points. So give me Raiders plus 1.5. Cowboys Chiefs, give me Cowboys plus 1.5. This game's going to be super close. Again, I don't have the Chiefs winning by all that hell of a lot, so I'll gladly take the Cowboys and take the points. Steelers Chargers, I'll take Steelers and plus 3.5, and we think Ben Roethlisberger is going to play. I would like to have Ben Roethlisberger, but even if I don't, I have Mason Rudolph. I'll still take the Steelers and plus 3.5. Tomlin keeps all of his teams are always in all the games, always close. Good defense. It travels to any city that they have to go play in. Give me Steelers plus 3.5. And then for Monday night, where we got to give them a correct score between Giants, Bucks. The correct score that I have is going to be Bucks 27, Giants 17. There on Monday Night Football. So a nice 10-point victory there by the Bucks. All right, so that's how we're doing on the Play Barstools app for $55,000. Let's now move it over to the Yahoo Fantasy Slate app. Fun game. Good questions that they ask you here. And this one we can win $2,000. So let's jump on into it. Cowboys Chiefs. Who's going to win the game? Go ahead and give me the Chiefs. Which quarterback's going to have most fantasy points? Go ahead and give me Dak Prescott. Saints Eagles. Who's going to win the game? I think the Saints will go ahead and pull out that victory. How many TDs for Cam Newton on Sunday? Go ahead and say 3. Some rushing, some passing. He'll have 3 total touchdowns. Bengals Raiders. I will say the Raiders will go ahead and win that game. Again, you're not as bad as you look. Give me Raiders will win that game. Who is going to have more sacks between these two players? I'll say there will be a tie. I don't know. That's going to be tough. So I'll go ahead and say the tie. Who's going to have more receptions? Stephon Diggs. Easy. He's the guy in that Bills offense. You saw last week when they come off a loss against the Jaguars. What do they need to do when they need to get it right against the Jets? Feed Stephon Diggs. They're going to feed Stephon Diggs again this game, so give me Stephon Diggs. Packers, Vikings, who's winning the game? Go ahead and give me the Packers. And who's going to score the first touchdown? Go ahead and say Devontae Adams. I know Justin Jefferson's a hell of a wide receiver, but Devontae Adams is a beast. We've cashed bets on him on our daily sports betting show. Go ahead and give me Devontae Adams. All right, so that rounds out Week 11. A lot of money to be had, but more importantly, a lot of good, fun football to go ahead and sit back and enjoy your Sunday with. Hey, guys, good luck with your picks. Come on back next week, and we'll do it all over again. Have a good one. That was a lot of fun. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and good luck with your picks. If interested in placing real sports bets, then check out my latest daily free sports betting video in the bottom right corner. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next contest.